The Amish survive minus 20-degree Fahrenheit winters with zero electricity, gas, or modern heat, and they've never had a single death from cold exposure. And here's why it matters. Their secrets could save your life and your wallet this winter. Stick around, because I'm revealing 20 forgotten techniques the grid can't give you. Hey everyone, I spent weeks studying Amish homesteads, cross-referencing USDA reports, old order community interviews, and century-old farm journals. What I found? Most of us are heating our homes completely wrong. In this video, I'm showing you the real 20 strategies the Amish use, from hot bricks in bed to snow as insulation, that keep them warm when your smart thermostat would have given up. Trust me, you don't want to miss number 7. It's so simple, yet almost no one knows it. Quick question. Have you felt the heating bill shock or fuel shortages this winter? Drop one word below. Price hike? Blackout? Freezing? I read every comment. Number 1. The mighty wood stove, heart of the home. Let's talk about the real hero of every Amish home in winter, the wood stove. This isn't some old rusty barrel your grandpa used to burn scrap wood in. Nope. Amish families rely on serious, heavy-duty stoves made from cast iron or soapstone, materials that don't just give off heat fast, but actually hold on to it. Think of soapstone like a thermal battery. It soaks up heat while the fire's roaring, then gently releases that warmth for hours, even after the flames die down. That's how they stay cozy all night. Before bed, they bank the fire, packing it tight with dense hardwoods like oak or maple. These woods burn slow and hot, keeping the house at a steady 60 degrees Fahrenheit while it's minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. No thermostat, no backup heater, just smart fuel and a well-built stove. And here's the kicker. They don't wait until snow hits to start gathering wood. Most Amish families cut, split, and stack 2 full years' worth of firewood during the summer. That means while we're scrolling on our phones complaining about heating bills, they're already set. Calm, prepared, and completely off the grid. Their stove isn't just a heater. It's the warm, beating heart of the home, where meals are cooked, socks are dried, and stories are shared after a long winter day. Number 2. Thermal mass magic. Stone, brick, and cast iron. The Amish don't just rely on the stove alone. They design their whole home to trap and hold heat. Walls, floors, and hearths are often built with materials like brick, stone, or thick tile. These aren't just for looks, they're thermal mass. That means they absorb warmth from the stove or sunlight during the day and slowly release it at night when temperatures drop. It's like your house becomes a giant heat sponge. A cast iron stove sitting on a brick platform. That platform keeps radiating warmth long after the fire dims. Even their furniture placement is intentional. Benches and beds near warm surfaces to catch every bit of lingering heat. Unlike modern homes with drywall and carpet, which do almost nothing to hold heat, Amish interiors are built like old-world fortresses against the cold. No fancy tech, no insulation foam, just smart use of heavy, natural materials that work with physics, not against it. And the best part? It costs nothing extra once it's built, just patience, planning, and a little old-fashioned know-how. Number 3. Passive solar design. Free heat from the sun. The Amish don't need solar panels to harness the sun. They've been using passive solar heat for generations. Their homes are often built facing south, with large windows on that side to catch every ray of winter sunlight. Even on a freezing 10-degree Fahrenheit day, direct sun streaming through those windows can warm up floors and walls by 15 or 20 degrees. But they don't just let that heat escape at night. As soon as the sun sets, they close heavy quilted curtains or slide wooden interior shutters over the glass. This simple move traps the warmth inside like a cozy blanket. Some homes even have dark-colored tile or stone floors in sunlit areas because dark surfaces absorb more heat. It's all about timing, direction, and design. No electricity, no moving parts, just smart architecture that turns daylight into free, silent, reliable heat. And while we pay for smart thermostats and energy audits, they're just opening a curtain. Sometimes the oldest tricks really are the warmest. Number 4. Insulation like it's 1899, but smarter. Amish homes stay warm not because they burn more wood, but because they lose less heat. Their insulation might look old-fashioned, but it's shockingly effective. Instead of fiberglass or spray foam, they pack walls with natural low-cost materials like straw bales, wool scraps, or even sawdust mixed with lime to keep pests out. These materials trap air just as well as modern options, and they're free or nearly free if you live on a farm. Windows are often double or triple paned, and in deep winter, they add storm windows made of wood and glass that snap into place. Doors fit tight and gaps at the bottom, blocked with handmade draft stoppers stuffed with dried corn husks or sand. Even the attic gets layered with hay or wood shavings for extra protection. The result? A home that holds heat like a thermos. While modern houses leak warm air through outlets, vents, and thin walls, Amish homes are sealed tight using simple, time-tested methods. It's not about high tech, it's about no-leak tech. And in minus 20-degree Fahrenheit weather, that difference can mean the line between comfort and crisis. 5. Community and routine. Warmth through discipline. For the Amish, staying warm isn't just about stoves or insulation. It's a daily rhythm built on discipline and togetherness. Families don't heat every room. They gather in one main space, the kitchen or living area, where the stove burns hottest. Kids do homework near the hearth. Meals are cooked and eaten together. Even bedtime is coordinated so body heat isn't wasted in empty rooms. Someone checks the fire every few hours, even overnight, often an elder who takes the quiet late shift. There's no set it and forget it. Heating is a shared duty, not a convenience. And if a family falls behind, maybe someone's sick or injured, neighbors quietly step in, bringing firewood or helping tend the stove. This isn't charity, it's community survival. In a world where we blast heat and empty bedrooms and sleep alone under electric blankets, the Amish remind us that warmth isn't just physical, it's human. By moving, working, and living in sync with the seasons and each other, they turn winter from a threat into a time of closeness, calm, and quiet resilience. 6. Layered bedding and wool sleep systems. When it's minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside, the Amish don't crank up the heat, they layer up in bed. Their nighttime setup is simple but incredibly effective. Thick wool blankets, which stay warm even when damp, handmade quilts stuffed with feathers or cotton, and heavy ticking mattresses that trap body heat. Beds are often shared by siblings or placed close to the stove to catch residual warmth. Wool is the secret weapon here. It wicks moisture, resists odors, and insulates better than synthetic fleece or down in humid, cold conditions. Many families also use flannel or wool nightclothes, not just pajamas. There are no electric blankets, no space heaters in bedrooms, just smart textiles and centuries of trial and error. And because wool doesn't lose its insulating power when compressed, unlike down, even a tight tuck under layers keeps you warm all night. It's low-tech, zero energy, and costs nothing once you have the blankets. While we reach for the thermostat at the first chill, they reach for another quilt and sleep soundly through the coldest nights. 7. Hot brick night warmers. Long before electric heating pads or microwavable rice socks, the Amish used a simple, silent trick to warm their beds. Before bedtime, they placed dense fire bricks or chunks of soapstone directly into the wood stove. After an hour or two of soaking up intense heat, they pull them out with metal tongs, wrap them tightly in thick wool or cotton cloths, and tuck them at the foot of the bed, or even under the covers near their feet. These bricks radiate gentle, steady warmth for 4 to 6 hours, taking the edge off a freezing mattress without the risk of open flames or cords. Unlike hot water bottles, which can leak or cool quickly, bricks hold heat longer and are virtually indestructible. Some families even keep a small basket of them near the stove, rotating them through the night. It's a quiet, safe, zero-cost solution that turns leftover stove heat into personal comfort. And the best part? You don't need to be Amish to try it. Just a brick, a stove, and a little old-school ingenuity. 8. Strategic room zoning. The Amish don't waste heat, they concentrate it. Instead of trying to warm the whole house, they heat just one or two essential rooms, usually the kitchen and main living area. Bedrooms, storage lofts, and unused spaces are left cold on purpose. At night, the family gathers in the warm zone to eat, talk, and relax before heading to chilly bedrooms bundled in layers. This thermal zoning cuts firewood use in half, sometimes more. Doors to unheated rooms stay closed tight and sometimes even covered with heavy curtains to block cold air seeping in. In larger homes, they might use folding screens or quilts hung on rods to create smaller microzones within a room, trapping heat around seating or sleeping areas. It's not about discomfort, it's about smart energy use. While modern homes blast heat into empty guest rooms and hallways, the Amish treat warmth like a precious resource, focused, shared, and never wasted. In minus 20-degree Fahrenheit weather, that discipline isn't just practical, it's life-saving. 9. Homemade draft stoppers and door sweeps. The Amish know that even the tiniest gap under a door can let in a river of cold air, so they block it, no tools required. Their secret? Simple, handmade draft stoppers tufted with dried corn husks or sand. Draft stoppers, often called door snakes. They sew long fabric tubes, sometimes from old denim or feed sacks, and stuff them with dry materials like sand, sawdust, or dried corn kernels. These heavy, flexible logs are placed snugly against the bottom of every exterior door, sealing out icy drafts. Windows get the same treatment. In winter, they add quilted coverings or wooden interior shutters that press tightly against the frame. Some even line windowsills with rolled-up wool blankets at night. There's no fancy weather stripping or $50 draft kits, just fabric, fillers, and common sense. And because these stoppers are washable and reusable, they last for years. It's a tiny fix with a huge impact. Stopping just one major draft can make a room feel 5 to 10 degrees warmer. While we crank the heat to fight the chill, the Amish quietly shut the door on it. Literally. 10. Wood selection and seasoning discipline. Not all firewood is created equal, and the Amish know it. They never burn green or freshly cut wood because it smokes, sputters, and wastes energy drying itself out instead of heating the home. Instead, they follow a strict 2-year wood cycle. In summer, they cut and split hardwoods like oak, hickory, maple, or ash. Then they stack it neatly in open-sided sheds or under roof overhangs where sun and wind can dry it thoroughly. By the time winter hits 2 years later, that wood is bone-dry, dense, and ready to burn hot and clean for hours. Softwoods like pine? Rarely used indoors, they burn too fast and leave dangerous creosote in chimneys. This isn't just preference, it's survival. Dry hardwood can produce nearly twice the heat of wet or softwood. And in minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit weather, every log counts. While many of us grab whatever's cheapest at the gas station, the Amish treat firewood like stored sunshine, planned, prepared, and respected. Their discipline turns a simple pile of logs into a reliable, long-lasting heat source that never sends a bill. 11. Stovepipe heat maximizers. The Amish don't let a single bit of heat go to waste, not even the warmth rising up the chimney. Instead of letting hot exhaust escape straight outside, many Amish homes route the stovepipe through more than one room before it exits. As the metal pipe travels through a hallway or adjacent space, it radiates leftover heat, turning what would be waste into free supplemental warmth. Some even build simple heat exchangers, metal boxes or coiled pipes around the flue that draw in cool room air, warm it as it passes over the hot surface, and release it back into the house. Others place metal shelves or drying racks near the pipe to warm mittens, socks, or herbs. Every inch of that pipe is working. And because they clean their chimneys regularly and use only dry hardwood, which burns cleaner, the risk of creosote buildup stays low. It's a brilliant hack, using the path of the smoke to stretch the stove's power further. While modern systems vent heat straight outside in seconds, the Amish make sure even the fire's final breath helps keep the family warm. 12. Root cellar heat recycling. The Amish don't just store potatoes in their root cellars, they quietly use them to boost heating efficiency. Buried partially or fully underground, root cellars stay a steady 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, even when it's minus 20 degrees outside. That's much warmer than frigid outdoor air. So instead of pulling cold combustion air straight from outside into the wood stove, which forces the fire to waste energy just warming the air before it burns, some Amish homes route the stove's fresh air intake pipe through the root cellar first. This pre-warms the air before it reaches the firebox, helping the stove burn hotter, cleaner, and more efficiently. It's a subtle but powerful trick, like giving your fire a head start. Plus, the slight warmth drawn from the cellar doesn't harm food storage. The Earth's natural insulation quickly rebalances the temperature. No fans, no electricity, no extra fuel, just smart airflow and the stable physics of the ground. While we insulate attics and forget the foundation, the Amish tap into the Earth's quiet, constant warmth to get more heat from every log. 13. Heavy curtains and interior shutters. When the sun goes down, the Amish don't just flip a switch, they seal in the heat. Every window gets covered at night with thick homemade curtains made from wool, quilted cotton, or even repurposed feed sacks layered for insulation. In many homes, these are paired with solid wooden interior shutters that close tightly over the glass. Unlike flimsy store-bought drapes, these barriers are dense, heavy, and custom-fit to block cold radiation from the window panes, often the weakest point in a home's insulation. On sunny winter days, the curtains and shutters stay open to let in free solar warmth, but the moment dusk hits or clouds roll in, they're closed fast. This simple routine can reduce overnight heat loss by up to 25%. And because the materials are natural and reusable, there's no cost beyond the initial sewing or carpentry. No smart glass, no thermal film, just fabric, wood, and timing. While we leave blinds open and wonder why our rooms feel drafty, the Amish treat every window like a door to winter and shut it tight. 14. Animal heat integration. On many traditional Amish farms, the line between home and barn isn't just physical, it's thermal. Livestock like cows, horses, and chickens constantly give off body heat, and the Amish use that to their advantage. In older farmhouse designs, the barn is often attached directly to the house or connected by a short and closed breezeway with a shared wall or insulated partition. That wall absorbs warmth from the animals and gently radiates it into adjacent living spaces, especially during the coldest nights. Even when the barn is separate, it's usually built close to the home, and the heat rising from it can slightly moderate wind chill on the house's leeward side. Chickens in a coop under the kitchen? Their body heat adds a few precious degrees below the floor. This isn't high-tech, it's symbiotic living. While modern zoning laws and suburban life keep animals far from our homes, the Amish remember a time when farm life meant your animals didn't just feed you, they helped warm you too. It's nature's original radiant heating system, running 24/7 with no fuel bill. 15. Daily fire tending routines. For the Amish, heating isn't automatic. It's a rhythm woven into the day. Someone checks the wood stove every 2 to 3 hours, even through the night. There's no set it and forget it. Elders often take the late shift, rising quietly in the dark to add a log, adjust the damper, or stir the coals. This constant attention keeps the temperature steady without wild swings. No freezing at 4 a.m., no overheating by noon. Children learn early how to read the fire, when it's hungry, when it's full, when it needs air or rest. This routine isn't seen as a chore, it's part of the household's heartbeat. And because the stove is central to cooking, drying clothes, and gathering, tending it means tending to the family itself. In a world of smart thermostats and remote-controlled heat, the Amish choose presence over convenience. That steady hand on the stove, hour after hour, night after night, is what turns raw wood into reliable, human-centered warmth. No app can replicate that kind of care. 16. Wool clothing indoors. The Amish don't fight the cold by overheating their homes. They meet it with what they wear. Indoors, it's common to see adults and children in wool socks, long-sleeved wool undershirts, vests, and even wool-lined caps, especially in the early morning or late evening. Unlike cotton, which soaks up moisture and turns icy when damp, wool insulates even when wet, wicks sweat away from the skin, and traps warm air close to the body. Many garments are handmade from sheep raised on their own farms, spun, dyed, and sewn within the community. This isn't about fashion, it's functional layering that reduces the need for higher room temperatures. A family dressed in wool can stay comfortable at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, while someone in cotton pajamas might shiver and crank the heat to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And because wool resists odors and lasts for years, it's economical too. While we blast the furnace to stay cozy in thin fleece, the Amish simply pull on another layer, quietly, calmly, and without a single kilowatt. 17. Cast iron cook stoves as dual-purpose heaters. In an Amish kitchen, the cook stove isn't just for meals, it's the main heater for the whole household. These heavy cast iron stoves burn wood steadily all day, radiating warmth while boiling water, baking bread, or simmering stew. Every cooking task doubles as a heating task. A pot of soup on the back burner adds humidity and heat. A batch of fresh-baked pies warms the room for hours. The stove's large surface area, often with oven compartments and warming shelves, holds and spreads heat far more evenly than a basic space heater. And because the kitchen is the heart of Amish family life, everyone benefits from that constant, gentle warmth while eating, working, or visiting. There's no separation between cooking fuel and heating fuel. It's all one system. While modern homes have isolated furnaces in basements or garages, the Amish keep their heat where life happens. No extra energy, no extra cost, just a hot meal and a warm home, all from the same fire. 18. Snow as insulation. While most of us rush to shovel every inch of snow from around our homes, the Amish often leave it on purpose. They know that a thick, undisturbed blanket of snow acts as a natural insulator. Packed against the foundation and lower walls, snow traps air and creates a barrier that slows heat loss from the house and blocks biting wind. It's especially effective on north-facing sides, where cold drafts hit hardest. Since snow is about 90 to 95% trapped air, it functions like a free layer of fiberglass, just colder on the outside, warmer on the inside. Some Amish even gently pack snow around drafty door frames or windowsills for extra sealing. They only clear paths for walking or wagon access, never stripping the yard bare. It might look messy to outsiders, but to them, it's smart winter management. While we spend hours shoveling and salting, they let nature do the insulating and stay warmer for it. In minus 20 degree Fahrenheit weather, that quiet layer of white could be the difference between a cozy night and a freezing one.